Hello YouTube and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this channel. My name is Mark Alexa, and as I mentioned before, this channel isn't just about pentesting and security, but it is also about online child safety. And for that reason, in this video, I will be sharing with you the top 5 security mistakes people make when making children's web applications. And not only that, but also how to fix them. Okay, let's get to it. And mistake number 1 is weak authentication. Many kid-friendly web applications, they skip strong authentication for the sake of making it easier for kids to sign up. And I get it. Kids, they can just can't be asked to deal with reCAPTCHA, or they can deal with alphanumerical codes like making a password at least 8 characters long using special characters, uppercase, lowercase, special characters. They just can't be asked because they're kids, right? They want to just play with it, right? But skipping strong authentication makes it only easier for hackers to impersonate kids and to hijack accounts. And the easiest solution to this is to use a secure OAuth provided by Google or Apple instead of weak passwords. And if you really need to use a strong passwords for your users, then I would encourage you to encourage your visitors or your users of the web application to use a password manager that basically comes with any modern web browser these days, like Google, we got Opera, Firefox, all the major web browsers. They come with password managers, so encourage your visitors to use them. And also two-step authentication or two-factor authentication for parents. And mistake number 2 is storing data insecurely. Children's data is highly sensitive, and many applications, they store it in plain text databases or weakly encrypted files, which only asks for data breaches, which can expose names, ages, even locations. And a simple solution to this is to use AES 256 encryption for storage and TLS 1.3 for secure connections. And also store only data you necessarily need. Don't store what you don't need. And mistake number 3 is insecure chat and messaging. Many apps allow free chat between users without any safeguards, which only invites cyberbullies and online predators to manipulate children online. And the simple solutions to this is to use AI-powered content filtering, real-time moderation, and pre-approved message templates instead of the free chat. And the mistake number 4 is poor age verification. Let's face it, it doesn't take 17-year-old to figure out when to click on I'm over 18 on adult website. Even 7-year-old can figure this one out, right? So what is the implications of this? What is implication of poor age verification? Well, it can lead to legal issues under the COPPA and GDPR-K, which is the GDPR that specifically relates to children, and it can put kids into unsafe environment. I recommend using age gates and also parental consent mechanisms like a verified email, credit card checks, push pop-ups on their phone, and measures like this. And the mistake number 5 is unprotected APIs and backend. Many APIs, they expose user data, chat logs, and account details. What are the implications? What are the risks of that? Well, hackers can exploit open API, scrape the data, and take over accounts. So what is the solution? Use API rate limiting, authentication tokens, and secure headers like CORS or CSP, etc. So there you have it, top 5 security mistakes made in children's web application and how to fix them. And as you can probably tell, they are very much fixable and it doesn't cost an earth. On the flip side, if you ignore them, if you pretend like they are not there are serious consequences to that. Yeah, like data breaches, lawsuits, or even loss of trust. So I do hope that you find this video helpful, that you actually learned something from this. If you have, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you didn't, feel free to give it thumbs down if you feel like it, and I'm open to constructive criticism. So if there's any feedback you would like to give me, just drop the comment down below and I will find it. Also, I will include some legal and compliance requirements for security in web applications. Yeah, so especially if you are a founder or maybe you are a developer of a web application for children, you may find it useful. Yeah. Until next time, thank you so much and bye.